Coming to you live from Edinburgh Baseball Stadium in the three-time All-American city of Edinburgh, this is Bronx Baseball. Tonight, at long last, it's here. The Bronx open up WAC play, and they do so against one of the top teams in the WAC over the last few years, the New Mexico State University Aggies. Good evening again, everybody. Alongside Danny Elizondo, my name is Jonah Goldberg as we get ready for the start of WAC play between the UTPA Bronx and the New Mexico State University Aggies. The Bronx and Aggies both coming in scuffling a little bit. Bronx is coming off of a Murderers Row road trip. They went to Texas A&M for 2, Oklahoma State for 3, a couple of ranked teams, and then played a doubleheader at Texas A&M Corpus Christi and a couple of slugfests on Tuesday. Bronx just one win over that trip. Aggies are in the midst of an 11-gamer, and they have just one win on their trip. So two teams are used to seeing putting up bigger numbers. Of course, the Aggies, they started their trip against a ranked team as well, 30th ranked Texas Tech, and they went to UC Davis, where they took 1 out of 4. So two teams that are looking to get off the schneid as they open up WAC play today. It's the Bronx and the Aggies for the first time in 2 years. And the Bronx always feeling good when it's Friday night because there's a guy on the mound who has not lost a game yet this year. His name is Sam Street.
Yeah, he's been pitching fantastically for the Bronx this season. We saw it last Friday against Oklahoma State. And anytime he takes the mound, you got to feel good about your chances about coming away with the victory. And hopefully he gives us his best stuff here tonight.
Well, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, it's Coach's Corner. I'll chat with Bronx head coach Manny Manchana. This is Bronx Baseball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Welcome back to Bronx Pregame. It's Coach's Corner. Jonah Goldberg with Bronx head coach Manny Manchana. And Coach, after being on the road for almost 2 weeks, nice to be back home?
Definitely be nice to be back home, Jonah, and not only home, but our opening weekend in the WAC. So we're excited. Our guys are excited, and we're looking forward to it.
What does it mean to you to have this first WAC game in a conference, that can lead to an NCAA berth?
Well, it's night and day. Obviously, it's great for our players. It's great for our program, for our department. It's great for our university that we're actually playing games with the opportunity to advance to the NCAA postseason play. So it's a difference of night and day.
Do you treat these games any differently than you would a non-conference game?
Well, we shouldn't. You want to play the game, as best you can every day. But you do save, obviously, your best pitching for the weekend, for the conference weekend. So, and as far as effort and trying to win, everything's the same. Obviously, your better pitchers will throw better. We'll throw overall on the weekend for you.
Yeah, one of those guys would be the guy pitching tonight, Sam Street, who every time you go to the ballpark, you feel like you've got a chance to win when he's on the mound.
He does a great job. He keeps the ball down. Jonah, he throws a lot of strikes. He minimizes free bases, and that's why he wins. So we're excited to get him on the mound today. Tomorrow we'll go with Alex Henson, and then on Sunday we're going to give Blake English another shot at it.
And Street perhaps coming off of his most impressive start of the year, beating 15th ranked Oklahoma State.
He did well. Typical Sam, held him to 1 run, got a little tired at the end of the ninth. We brought him out. But through 8 innings, 8 2/3 actually, he was outstanding.
The one thing you've been looking for is a little stability at the end of the bullpen. What have you decided now in terms of who's going to come out to close if necessary?
Well, we made some changes for this weekend. We got a freshman that's going to be our closer, and then we've kind of narrowed the middle and the late innings to about 3 or 4 guys, the ones that have been throwing the best. So, that's what prior to the conference is about, finding out what roles and what they can and can't do. So we're hoping that we got them figured out, and this weekend will be the start of many good things.
Yeah, doubleheader at Corpus gave you a chance to see the remaining pitchers. You had a couple guys who hadn't yet thrown, and Jarek Johnson, Isaac Martinez both got into games. Or what do you think of what you saw?
Jarek Johnson had an excellent inning. He's coming back from an injury last year that he suffered at the junior college, and we're expecting him to really push somebody for the setup or closing job. And then Martinez had a couple good innings. He's moved up. He's one of the guys that we're going to count on this weekend.
And then offensively, Edgar Cordone, he's been coming on a little bit lately, huh?
He's pushing to be our DH against right-handed pitching, and he'll probably do that tomorrow. We're facing a left-hander today, and we have Dylan Engelhardt in there as our DH. He hits the left-handed pitchers really, really well. So we're going to have him tonight, and then probably Cordone tomorrow.
And Brandon Roush drew his first ever start behind the plate on Tuesday in Game 2. What do you think of what you saw?
With him, he can play. He's a great utility guy. He's a great team guy, a great attitude, comes to work every day. He's played first, second, third, and short for us in the past. And this year we asked him to help us out behind the plate. And being the kind of young man that he is, there was no ifs, buts, or maybes. He got to it. He's worked just as hard as our other two catchers. And he swung the bat really well. He got a couple hits, a couple walks. He had a good day at the plate.
What kind of team is New Mexico State?
They can usually swing it. Their defense is okay, pitching is okay, but they're pretty much known for their hitting.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot and good luck.
Thanks, Jonah.
That's Bronx State Coach Manny Mantrell. That'll do it for the Coach's Corner. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups and first pitch. This is Bronx Baseball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tack Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tack cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tack Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
The 2-2. Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hit. Bronx win! Bronx win! Bronx win! This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. We're getting ready for the start of today's game between the UTPA Bronx and the New Mexico State University Aggies. Time to get you to the starting lineups, and we will start with visiting New Mexico State. Leading off in right field, number 18, Michael Medina. Batting second, the shortstop, Clinton Blackstone. Batting third at third base, Derek Humphreys. Cleaning up the first baseman, Christopher Corper. Batting fifth, the DH, Kyle Kilgore. Hitting sixth in left field, Michael Paulson. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Jory Goldstrom. Hitting eighth in center field, Kyle Young. Rounding out the order, catcher, Taylor Neuer. On the mound tonight for the Aggies, left-hander Christopher Bradley. Head coach of the Aggies in his 16th season is Rocky Ward, assisted by Mike Evans, Nate Shaver, and Robert Nordorf. Aggies enter this game with a record of 8-12. They've lost 3 in a row, 1-7 on the road this season. As for those hosts of UTPA Bronx, Jesus Garcia leads off. He's at short. Alex Howe bats second in right field. Alberto Morales at third base, hitting third. Dylan Engelhardt, the DH, batting cleanup. Brian Ramirez at second base, batting fifth. Victor Garcia batting sixth at first. Blake Thomas, the catcher, bats seventh. And Shane Ammon in left. Evan Mason in center. Sam Street is on the mound. Then at 7:08 p.m., the first pitch is a fastball low and outside. We're underway. The batter is Michael Medina, left-handed hitting right fielder. 239, a homer, and 10 RBI. He does have a 419 on base, though, which is probably part of the reason he's leading off. As he looks at strike one, count evens up. Game time temperature is 78 degrees. It feels like 80 with the heat index. As the pitch is one hop to second. Ramirez fields and sidearms to first for the out. One away. That'll bring up Kent Blackstone, the left-handed hitting shortstop. He's at 300, a homer, and 7 RBI. It is a mostly cloudy day here at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Splotches of sky can be seen, but the lights are already on and taking some effect. The wind is blowing out towards left at about 14 miles per hour. And the first pitch is a strike to Blackstone. As the right-hander kicks, reaches back and deals. Swinging, there's a flare towards left. To his left is Shane Evan to make the catch. And just like that, there are 2 away. Here's Derek Humphreys, the right-handed hitting third baseman. 370 the average, a homer, and 12 RBI. Defensively, Shane Ammon in left, Evan Mason in center, Alex Howe is in right. Street deals a fastball, strike of the knees. Alberto Morales at third, Jesus Garcia at short, Brian Ramirez at second. Victor Garcia Jr. is at first. Blake Thomas calls the pitches, and Sam Street deals a fastball strike on the outside corner. Count 0-2. Bronx defense, 25 errors for a .972 fielding percentage. This is game 24. They've turned 21 double plays while grounding into just 11. Pitch fouled off at the plate. We'll do it again. Bases clean, 2 down. We are in the top of the first. No score. Street deals. Fouled off the mask of Thomas. And we'll do it yet again. Street back to the bump, right in the middle of it, turns, steps back, brings the knee up, reaches back and deals. A slider drops inside. And count 1 and 2. It's just the second ball thrown by Street. The right-hander deals. Fastball popped up. Right side foul territory. Garcia and Thomas. Thomas towards the screen, hits off the top of the screen and makes it to the 4th row. And it's still 1 and 2. Not a bad crowd here at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium, and folks still filing in on this Friday night WAC opener. 1-2 is nubbed down the third baseline foul. And that count's going to stay as is. The cool thing about having a cloudy day is you don't have the fans kind of trying to sit in the shaded areas. They're more spread out. Pretty much sit wherever you like. Be just as comfortable. 1-2. Swing! And a missed strike 3. Out in front of the changeup. First strikeout for Street, and that's your inning. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of half an inning of play, it's the Aggies nothing, and the Bronx coming to bat. This is Bronx Baseball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. We go to the bottom of the first. No score between the Bronx and the Aggies. Bronx will lead it off against the left-hander Christopher Bradley with Jesus Garcia, the righty shortstop. 260, double, a triple, and 7 RBI. As Bradley from the extreme first base side of the rubber deals a fastball outside. Defensively, Michael Medina in left, Kyle Young in, check that, Medina's in right, Kyle Young's in center, and Michael Paulson's in left. Pitch misses outside. And the count 2-0. Bradley deals. Fastball, strike on the inside corner. 2-1 on Garcia. Derek Humphreys at third, Kent Blackstone at short, Jory Goldstrom at second, Christopher Corper at first. Taylor Neuer puts down the signs, and Christopher Bradley deals the fastball inside 3-1. Bradley deals. Fastball strike on the outer corner. 3-2. Good leadoff at bat for Garcia. It's making Bradley expel a bunch of pitches. Payoff pitch. Low ball 4. He walked him. So the leadoff man aboard for UTPA, and that'll bring up Alex Howe. Left-handed hitting right fielder, batting .319. A home run and 10 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, fastball outside. Garcia is 6 for 11 on the base paths this season. Throw to first in the dirt, but it's scooped out by Corper. Aggies defense, 29 errors for a .963 fielding percentage. This is game 21 for them. They've turned 22 DPs. Runners going, and the pitch is grounded foul outside of third, 1-1, so the hit and run was on.
Something that the Bronx have been working on, or that they were working on yesterday when we were out here for practice, was something they call slashing. They show bunt, pull it back, and they just try to slap it through while choking up on the bat, and that's exactly what Howe did right there.
Bradley deals upstairs with a fastball, snap throw to first, and diving back and head first safely, Garcia. A lot of attention being played to Garcia over there. Bunt being shown immediately by Howe, and he leaves it out and it's it back to the mound. Bradley, a bobble. He throws to first in time for the out. Zach bunt works 1-3. On the second moves Garcia. Now base hit means a run for UTPA.
It looked like the pitcher, Bradley, might have had a play at second base if he would have fielded it cleanly. But luckily for the Bronx, he bobbled at it, and the only play he had left was over to first.
Morales a chance to give the Bronx the game's first run. As Bradley deals a fastball upstairs. Runner from second, Garcia has good speed. He'll score on a single. Sneaking in to cover the bag at second, Goldstrom. So Garcia goes back. As Morales digs back in. Bradley deals. Curveball strike splits the plate. And the count 1-1. Bradley deals. Curveball smoked to left field, but right at Paulson for out number 2. That'll bring up Dylan Engelhardt. He's the right-handed hitting DH, and he has won the job as the regular DH against left-handed pitchers. Been hitting pretty well. He's at 300, 9 for 30, with a homer and 3 RBI. Also has a couple doubles and a triple. And a strong summer league. It's really translated. Bradley deals a fastball outside. Those innings you play in those collegiate summer wood bat leagues are so invaluable. Bradley deals, swing and a miss right through a breaking ball. Now 1-1. When you play 40 some odd games, play every day, get to swing with a wooden bat, which is a bit harder than with an aluminum bat. And all you really have to worry about is baseball. And when you come back, I mean, you're facing off against some of the top players, and only the top players, because that's who goes to these leagues. So night in and night out, you're seeing the best from a lot of different teams around the country. All you can do is improve by facing those guys. Even if you don't put up good numbers, you don't have to put up good numbers in a league like that to improve. Not everybody does. There's a big swing and a miss. 1-2 on Engelhardt. In 2006, James Darnell, who's had a few cups of coffee in the major leagues with the Padres, and I can't remember who he's in camp with this year. Pitch misses low, 2-2. He was a part-time shortstop, third baseman, right fielder for the Hyannis Mets in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Might have hit 265. I don't think he had a home run. But he got better. Pitch misses low. 3-2. And he was coming off of a year where he had just put up ridiculous college numbers. And then he goes back to college and he has an even better year. And then he comes back to the Wooden Bag League and he had a really good year. And then all of a sudden he found himself affiliated ball and up in the major leagues. Ryan Flaherty was competing for the second base job of the Baltimore Orioles, another collegiate Wooden Bag success story. Pitch outside, ball 4. He walked him out. Engelhardt's aboard. Here's Brian Ramirez, a right-handed hitting second baseman. 262, a homer, 5 RBI.
See, but the thing is, Joan, I think not only you get to play every day, but you get to practice your skills against live pitching.
Yep.
I mean, you can go to the cage every day, but it's not the same as in a live game.
Pitch misses outside to Brian Ramirez, right-handed hitting second baseman. Ramirez 262, a homer and 5 RBI. It also gives you a chance to experience something completely different. You may live in a different state, maybe one you've never been to before. 1-0. Fastball strike at the belt, outer half, 1-1. Play with a bunch of guys you may have never met before. You'll work with a whole new set of coaches. I mean, you'll face guys you may have never otherwise seen. I mean, everything's completely different, and that could be good for you. 1-1. There's a strike of the knees, 1-2. Broncs have had a bunch of guys playing those Wooden Bat Leagues over the last couple years. Coach Lopez does a great job of placing guys in those leagues. 1-2. Swinging a grounder foul right side. Do it again.
Seems like so far tonight, Bradley's trying to focus on that off-speed stuff on the outside edge. These hitters have been out in front so far. Hopefully they can sit on that pitch and drive it the other way.
Bradley deals. Swing, and there's a chopper to second. Back on it as Goldstrom flips to short, just in time for the force, much to the chagrin of a few hundred umpires. And that's your inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. At the end of an inning of play, no score. You're watching Bronx Baseball.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Alongside Danny Elizondo, I'm Jonah Goldberg. We go to the top of the second, no score between the Bronx and the Aggies. Sam Street back to work, and he deals ball 1 to Christopher Corper, left-handed hitting first baseman. 364, 3 homers, 19 RBI. There's a changeup. Dances inside, 2-0. Street rocks and delivers. Fastball popped foul left side out of play. 2-1. Street this season, he's 5-0 with an 0.84 ERA. Having himself a season. 5 games, 5 starts, 3 complete games. He was an out shy of a 4th. There's a strike, 2-2. 42 and 2/3 innings, 32 hits. 11, actually now 12 fewer hits than innings pitched, include the first. 37 strikeouts compared to 8 walks. Opponents batting .204 against him. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts for Street. Corper down looking. And there's one away. Then we have Kyle Kilgore. Righty DH, 381, a homer, and 3 RBI. Street rocks and delivers. Fastball, strike of the knees. And Street looking as sharp as he usually does, despite a little bit of a change for Street today.
Yeah, the first time this season that Street does not have Jacob Huckabee behind the plate.
So the pitch is nubbed in front of the mound. Thomas points towards Street, who picks it up and slings the first for the out. 2 away. Yeah, Huckabee's been the regular catcher for Street. Thomas in there today. And so far, same old Street.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning it's like, is it going to change anything from Street's game? So far, it looks like Street's the one who's in control of this, and he knows what he wants to throw up there to each hitter. He goes out there and does it.
Street deals fastball low and outside. This is Michael Paulson, the left-handed hitting left fielder, 286, 3 doubles, 13 RBI. Street deals fastball, strike of the knees. There's the breaking ball outside, 2-1. I think it's the first time Street's been behind in the count. Three and one. First 3-ball count of the day. Street deals. There's a golf shot out towards center. Mason back. He makes the catch. That's your inning. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of an inning and a half, no score. This is Bronx baseball.
Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hits. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics. Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. We go to the bottom of the second. No score between the Bronx and the Aggies. Victor Garcia Jr. looks at a first pitch low. 286 the average, 3 doubles and 5 RBI. As Christopher Bradley hits him. Grazed him with an inside pitch. And the Bronx have the leadoff man aboard for the second inning in a row. Well, here's Blake Thomas, the righty catcher. 4 for 26 with a double and an RBI. As the left-hander, Bradley tosses over to first, and Garcia Jr. is back in standing up. Pitch a strike on the outside corner to Thomas. Throw to first. Diving back in head first safely is Garcia. Bradley deals. Fastball high and outside, 1-1. Bradley this season 1-2 with a 2.79 ERA. 5 games and starts, 29 innings, 26 hits. So 3 fewer hits than innings pitched. Hit per inning. Opponent's batting .241. That's fine. 25 strikeouts in 29 innings. So almost a strikeout per inning. About 8 per 9. 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. That's pretty good too. 15 walks. That's about 4.5 per 9. A little more actually. Big rip and a miss at an outside fastball, 2-2 on Thomas.
You talk about those walks, Jonah. He already has 2 today. With the hit by pitch, the Bronx have to be able to take advantage of those extra bases and drive in some runs.
3 free base runners. Bronx still looking for their first hit. Big rip and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch. First strikeout by Bradley, and there's one away. I'll bring up Shane Ammon, left-handed hitting left fielder. 311, a home run, and 7 RBI. Bradley misses low and outside. Garcia's 1 for 4 on the base pass, so he's not really a threat to go. Takes a short lead from first. Outfield medium depth. Young a couple of steps over towards left. They play Ammon to go the other way. 1-0. Bunted that down the third baseline. It's a beaut, and it's going to just go foul. It almost hit Derek Humphreys, who was charging in for it.
It looked like he was going to try to make the bare hand play. Now, if he touches it in fair territory and then it rolls foul, it's a fair ball. And he wisely pulled the hand back, and the ball rolled foul, and Mason will have to come back and do it again.
That was close. So Ammon digs back in. Count now 1-1 with Garcia at first. And Bradley deals. There's a strike. 1-2. Throw to first. Back in, standing up Garcia. Just the, I know you're there. Just making sure you know that I know you're there.
An extra step, and the throw comes in a little bit faster next time. And they play that cat and mouse game exactly like you said. I know you're there.
Breaking ball, strike 3 called in the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts by Bradley. And they're 2 away. Here's Evan Mason, left-handed hitting center fielder. 242, a double, and 5 RBI.
Number 5, Evan Mason.
Garcia still at first. He was plunked to start off the inning. And Bradley deals. Fastball inside. "36 pitches, half of them strikes for Bradley. So he's labored a bit, but he hasn't allowed a hit. He's kept the Bronx off the board. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1. At the end of the day, that's all you ask for. It's like when we gave you his numbers, a lot of walks, but the ERA is low, and at the end of the day, if the walks aren't scoring, it really doesn't matter that they're on base. The only way it would matter is it means it maybe doesn't go as deep into games. If you win the games, you don't worry about it.
True.
Because there are so many numbers in baseball, but the only ones that matter are the score. Pitch outside, 2-1. We can dazzle you with adjusted ERA and FIP and OPS and wins above replacement. But only one column on the sheet matters.
The runs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
2-1 is hit on the ground to second, grabbed by Goldstrom, flips to Blackistone for the force, and that's your inning. Just to finish that thought, I can't remember which team it was, but there was a college baseball game a day or two ago. No hitter. Team that threw the no hitter lost. Only one column matters. No runs, no hits, no errors, a man left, 2 in the books, no score. This is Bronx Baseball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Back at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium, top of the third, no score with the play-by-players, Danny.
Thank you, Jonah. First pitch from Sam Street, called a strike right on the inside corner. We barely get a chance to breathe in between innings. Street warms up so quickly.
That guy doesn't waste any time.
No, he doesn't. Here's the 0-1. There's a strike on the outside corner.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about rhythm, which is my favorite part of a good baseball game? He's got it.
Here comes the 0-2 from the right-hander. Fastball just a bit off the outside corner.
He had that.
Yeah.
He thought he had it.
Yeah, he thought he had it. He was looking for the throw down the third.
He doesn't often walk off the mound like that without getting a strike 3 call.
Here's the 1-2, just a bit further outside this time. The count evens at 2-2. And the good thing is, it's for Street, he controls the tempo of the game when he does things like that. Because when you allow the hitters to control the tempo, then you take it out of your hands. Now the 2-2 chopped towards the mound, grabbed by Street. He will flip it over to Garcia. And that is one away here in the top of the third.
And what he also does is he helps himself. I mean, right there, he feels his position. Not everybody feels their position.
No.
But he comes square to the plate, so that way if the ball is hit back to the mound, he is able to stab it.
And with one down, that'll bring Kyle Young to the plate. Young batting 163, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. He looks at a ball just a bit outside. He almost has that finish like Greg Maddux, where he finishes square to the plate.
That's a great comparison.
A 1-2. Fouled over here to the left.
I mean, you can see it. By the time the contact is made, his glove is already up. He is ready. If that ball gets hit back to him, he's going to catch it. Like, I'm not saying you can catch every ball that's hit back to you. Because, I mean, it's coming in. It can come in. It's coming in harder than you threw it. And if you throw, let's say, a 90-something mile-an-hour fastball and it gets hit back, especially with an aluminum bat, that's hard.
That pitch misses inside to Young. 2-1 the count.
But, I mean, when guys get hit by batted balls, sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. And sometimes there is something you could have done about it. Because not everybody does come square to the plate. A lot of pitchers fall off to the extreme side of the mound.
There's a strike on the inside corner. Count evens up at 2-2. And you're right, they fall over to the left. He leaves a huge gap up the middle. And, you know, in a play that you could have made and get out of the inning continues, and it just makes for a longer at bat and longer inning as that one is lined out towards left. Grab by Ammon. 2 down.
There are some pitchers out there, guys like Street, like Maddux, Kenny Rogers comes to mind, Mike Messina, who understand the intrinsic value of, hey, I've got a glove too, I'm a fielder, and they go out and they field their position. Often it's the successful pitchers that are winning those gold gloves because they add somebody to the diamond that not all teams effectively have.
First pitch to Taylor Neuer is grounded out towards short. Grabbed by Garcia on to Victor Garcia Jr. And that will retire the side for the Aggies here in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. In the middle of the third, still no score. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Danny Elizondo with you here alongside Jonah Goldberg. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Still no score. Jesus Garcia going to lead things off. He walked his first time up as he steps in there against the left-hander, Christopher Bradley. Bradley looking in. Here comes the first pitch to Garcia, lined out towards center field. Young didn't have to move a step. He's there to make the catch. One pitch and one out here in the bottom of the third inning. So with one down, that'll bring Alex Howe to the plate. He dropped down a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning. So here he'll get to swing away against the left-hander Bradley. Humphreys at third, playing just a step off the grass. Doesn't want to get caught by surprise with the bunt. Here comes the pitch to Howe. Fastball tight on that right elbow. 1-0.
I like something the Bronx have done today with their lineup. Kept all the lefties in there.
The 1-0 pitch. Misses inside. I mean,
with the exception of the DH spot, which is effectively a platoon, I mean, it's your normal lineup. I mean, you know, we've seen Shane Ammon at times not play against lefties. Same with Evan Mason. Victor Garcia Jr. sat against a lefty, I think, at least once in favor of Brandon Roush.
2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Howe. 2-1.
And the Bronx are 3-4 against lefties this year, which is fine. I mean, you think about last year, lefties, Bronx had trouble with lefties last year. I mean, they're hitting about the same against lefties as righties, 236 against lefties, 240 against righties.
2-1 pitch from the left-hander, misses high. Now the count goes to 3-1.
And the telling numbers are, I mean, look, they have far fewer at-bats, but Shane Ammon 2 for 6 against lefties entering the day. That's 333 compared to 267 against righties. Again, it's 6 at-bats. Doesn't mean anything necessarily.
3-1, up and in, ball 4. Another walk allowed by Bradley here tonight. But the Bronx still looking for that first hit.
Alex Howe is 5 for 15 against lefties. 333 compared to 328 against righties. Victor Garcia Jr. is 2 for 16 against lefties, but I mean, you're not going to find out if he can hit lefties until you give him more at-bats. He's just a freshman, so there's no real body of work there.
Alberto Morales now digs in. Runner on at first, one down. Throw over to first, not in time.
Evan Mason is now 0 for 12 against lefties compared to 286 against righties, but again, if they don't face lefties, they're not going to be able to hit lefties. So the best way to see if they can really hit lefties and give them a shot to hit lefties is keep having them face lefties, and I think it helps a lot.
It's a fastball, misses low and outside.
Because you keep, first of all, you let guys get into a groove because you get them regular at-bats, regular playing time. They know they're going to be in there day in, day out. You keep your best defensive alignment out there. I mean, you know, a guy like Mason's a great defensive center fielder.
Fastball catches the outside edge. That's another thing I was about to say. I mean, you got your best pitcher on the mound.
Gotta have your best defense.
Some of the left-handers in the lineup are the best defenders out there, and
I mean, I don't care if Mason doesn't get a hit against the lefty all year. He's got to play.
Yep. Bradley checks his runner at first. The 1-1 stays high. 2 balls and a strike.
Then again, he's not going to finish 0 against lefties. I mean, why can righties hit righties but lefties can't hit lefties? Because lefties are often protected against facing lefties. Righties aren't generally protected against facing righties.
Chopped down too short. Grabbed by Blackstone. Flips over to second. Golds throws over to first. Not in time.
He pulled Corper off the bag. So it's a fielder's choice, and that's it. 6-4. Now, in fairness, there are generally more righties than lefties. So if you're a really good hitting lefty and all you can hit are righties, it's easier to platoon you, knowing that most of the pitchers you face you're going to be able to hit, whereas a righty who can't hit righties, well, you might be a platoon partner for one of those lefties who can't hit lefties, or you might not have a role at all.
So now Dylan Engelhardt steps in. Alberto Morales on at first after the fielder's choice. 2 down here in the inning. Still no score. The pitch to Engelhardt is a fastball right on the outside corner. Bradley working on that first base side of the rubber. Looks in. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a pop-up over here to our right. That will go off the top of one of the suites.
And that's another Genius Glass.
Quickly 0-2 on Engelhardt. Bradley sets out the letters. The 0-2 lifted high in the air over to the right side. Medina coming in, still coming in, and he will be there to make the catch. And that'll retire the side for the Bronx. Here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on after 3 innings of play. Still no score. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Danny Lisono with you here tonight alongside Jonah Goldberg. First pitch from Sam Street is a strike on the outside corner. This one to Medina is fouled over to the left side. Quickly 0-2. Medina is 0-for-1 tonight with a ground out to second. Still no score here in the top of the fourth. Street brings the pitch. Chopper over to the left side. Grabbed by Morales. Sets up. Fires over to first. Not in time. First base umpire Jake Uhlenhop called him safe.
Boy, that was a bang play. I mean, he beat it. I mean, do you see anywhere that can be an error?
I mean, the throw was a bit high. Garcia did have to go up into the air a bit to get it. He tried to keep his foot on the bag. Umpire didn't say that he pulled him off, as the first pitch to Kent Blackstone is up and in for a strike, 0-1.
I'm going to try and get a replay up. Actually, I just tuned in right where it is. You really... I mean, that's... I mean, looking at the replay, I think it's got to be a hit.
Yeah, there was a good play by Morales. And the throw, it's right on.
Yeah, that was the thing. He made a good play. Like, it wasn't... Like, if he had muffed the ball at third, then, I mean, you could probably give an error, but...
Throw to first, not in time.
I just taking a quick look at the replay using the DVR feature on 956sports.com, and I don't see an error there. Bang play.
Street brings the pitch and misses outside. 1-1 the count.
And it goes towards New Mexico State. So first base runner for the Aggies.
So now Street will have to work out of the stretch here for the first time. And now here comes the question about the experience with the Thomas behind the plate. There's a bunt over to the right side. It's going to get through. Ramirez picks it up, and he has no play. And that'll be a bunt single for Blackstone.
So an infield single and a bunt single. These balls haven't traveled more than 50 feet, but suddenly, from threatening for a perfecto to 2 on, nobody out.
Garcia at first, though, did make a great effort at trying to make the diving catch. That puts 2 on, nobody out now for Derek Humphreys, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So Street looks in. Thomas flashed some signs to the infield. Street would love a ground ball right here. Humphreys is squaring up. Show bunt. Breaking ball misses way outside.
Boy, if Garcia was any closer to home plate, trying to protect against the bunt, he'd be batting.
Humphreys looks down into that third base coach's box. Head coach Rocky Ward gives him the signs. Street brings the 1-0. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Humphreys trying to play a little bit of small ball here. Get the runners over and get 2 runners in scoring position. For Christopher Corper, who's on deck over to the right side. 2-0 pitch. Up and in. It's going to get Humphreys, and he is going to be aboard, and that'll load him up for Corper.
Wow. Well, Street retired the first 9 batters he faced. Now an infield single, a bunt single, a hit batsman. And suddenly the bases are loaded with nobody out, and New Mexico State has a great opportunity to get to Street.
So now time called. They want to talk it over out on the mound.
And all they have to do is get a couple of outs and they can score. You know, if you hit a fly ball to the outfield, if it's hit it maybe to right field, then try and send, you could send the runner from second to third also, as well as third to home. Then you get another fly ball, and that could score them both. Or it'll be interesting to see how the Bronx play the infield. I imagine they'll try and turn 2, so heck, on a double play, you could score a run.
The infield will be at normal depth. They're going to.
Well, they'll play back up the middle for the double play, and then let's see. Garcia's playing behind the runner at first, and Morales a step behind the bag off the line at third. So they're looking for one thing clearly. Unless the ball's hit to third, they'll try and turn two, and even then.
Breaking ball misses tight on the knees to Corper, who's 0 for 1 with the strikeout.
I've always thought the third baseman's in the most difficult position here because if it's hit sharply to third, he could go home and get the out and then try and throw back to first to get that kind of double play. You have to decide what you're doing before you get it. Otherwise, you have a chance to throw it away.
Curveball catches a striker on the inside corner.
There's really no reaction time at third. So you've got to decide if it's hit hard, I'm going to the plate. If it's not hit hard, then what am I doing? Am I going to first? Am I still going to try to go to the plate? Because you really don't have a lot of time to decide to try and look around and pick your best shot. We have a great view. We could tell him what to do, and it'll be huge for his teammates to be able to do that.
The 1-1 misses way inside. 2 balls and a strike. And with the lefty at the plate, Morales has to play off the bag, where if it's a righty, he can play it closer, grab it on a hot shot, step on the bag, throw it home for the double play, which that would make it easier. But here in this situation, it takes that possibility away as Street gets the signs from Thomas. There's a strike on the outside corner. Count evens up at 2-2. The pitch, swinging a pop-up over the left side. Morales going to go over and take a look. And that will be into the bleachers for another GNS glass foul ball.
And that's another GNS glass foul ball.
Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Still no score, but the Aggies are threatening. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a tapper foul right at the plate. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A huge at bat for Street here in the ball game. One more strike needed. Here comes a 2-2, swing and a little blooper over here to our left and off of the face of the press box and out into the seats. Count stays, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And caught it on the rebound. Airhanded it.
The 2-2 on its way. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. The shortstop, Garcia, goes out onto the outfield grass. Infield fly roll goes into effect, and that is 1 away here in the top of the 4th.
Oh, that's huge, because now the ground ball, which Street gets a lot of, gets you out of the inning unscathed. And Street has already gotten 4 ground balls today for outs. He averages about 11 per game.
That'll bring Kyle Kilgore, who grounded out to the pitcher, back in the second. Street remains out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses way outside.
And you know what? Kilgore grounded out back in the second. He hit it back to the mound. If that happens, Street has a couple of options. He could throw directly to the plate, depending on where Thomas is, if he goes for the ball too, depending on where it's hit. Or he could turn around, throw to second, and then look for first.
The 1-0 delivery. Fastball right on the outside corner. Count evens at a ball and a strike.
Again, quick decisions.
Street stares in. The 1-1. Swing and a miss right through the fastball. Count goes to 1-2. Michael Paulson on deck over to the right side for New Mexico State. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike three. Throw down to first. Not in time. Dangerous throw right there from Thomas.
It's dangerous if it gets away. It's a great play if he gets them. And if neither happens, which is what happened, it's like,
So now 2 down. Third strikeout of the night for Street. Now playing any base gets you out of the inning. As Paulson steps in. So for one of the fly out to center. The pitch. Breaking ball right on the outside edge. 0-1. Street working out of the windup now. The 0-1 delivery. Way inside. Almost getting Paulson right on the knees. He just got out of the way of that one. Count evens at 1-1.
Boy, that for another inch, New Mexico State would be on the board.
The 1-1, just a bit under the knees. 2-1 to count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Sam Street trying to get out of this bases loaded jam. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back into the screen. And the count evens up at 2-2. Street gets a shine. He kicks and delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Thomas. And now the count goes full, and everybody will be in motion. Here comes the payout pitch. Runners going. Swinging a liner out towards center field. Mason going over to his right, and he will be there to make the catch. Sam Street works out of a bases-loaded jam and doesn't allow anything to come across. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on in the middle of the 4th. Still no score. We'll be back with more Bronc baseball after this break.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Danny Elizondo with you here alongside Jonah Goldberg. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. The Bronx looking for their first hit of the night as Brian Ramirez steps in. And the pitch from Christopher Bradley misses high. Ball 1. Lefty kicks and delivers. Swinging a liner down the third base line. It's a fair ball. That'll rattle around in that left field corner. Ramirez rounds first, heads for second as the left fielder Paulson picks it up, fires it back in. It's a leadoff double for Brian Ramirez. Perfect example right there for these Bronx hitters to sit on that breaking ball from the lefty. Gets a little bit further in, can pull it down that third base line. The Bronx have a runner in scoring position now for Victor Garcia Jr., who was hit by a pitch back in the second. Spin move by Bradley, no play at the bag. Corper at first, playing in on the grass. Time called at the plate as Bradley took a bit too long. Garcia's back in there. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss by Garcia. Ramirez at second takes his lead. 3 for 3 in stolen bases. The 0-1, swinging a liner over the right side. Fair ball. There's waving Ramirez around third. He will score standing as Garcia goes to second with an RBI double. And the Bronx are on the board here in the bottom of the fourth, leading 1-0. Garcia saw exactly what Ramirez did in his at bat, and he sat on the breaking ball, drove it into that right field corner, and hopefully everybody will start to follow suit as Blake Thomas steps in. Thomas is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss right through the fastball.
Bronx didn't have a hit entering this inning. Now they've got back-to-back extra base hits.
Here's the 0-1. Just a bit low and outside. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Bradley looks in. Now he checks his runner. The 1-1. Breaking ball, low and outside. 2-1 the count. Victor Garcia Jr. takes his lead off of second base. He got there with an RBI double that drove in Brian Ramirez, who led off the inning with a double. Bradley steps off, looks to run her back. The 2-1. Swing and a tapper. Actually fouled right into the catcher's mitt. Sounded like it hit home plate. But the count evens up at 2-2. Shane Ammon on deck over to the left side for the Bronx. Time called by Thomas. He now digs back in. Spin move towards second base, no throw. The 2-2 pitch. And it hits Thomas, but Home plate umpire Ramon Armendariz, says Thomas lunged into the ball to get hit.
No, he didn't. I've got video proof of that. Well, I'm not saying that's not what he said. I'm saying that he didn't lunge into it. He didn't move. He made absolutely no effort to get out of the way, which technically you are supposed to do. But, I mean, have you ever seen, some guys do try to get out of the way, but there are a lot of guys that get plunked without trying to get out of the way. And that never seems to be an issue.
The count will remain at 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Low and outside. Ball 3.
To be clear, it's the correct call. If you don't make an effort to get out of the way, you are not supposed to be awarded a base.
So now, Coach Mantrana thinks it should be ball 4.
Well, because nothing was called on that pitch. What does happen when a guy gets hit by a pitch and doesn't get out of the way? I mean, since the pitch would have had to be inside in order to hit him, it would have to be a ball, wouldn't it?
Well, wouldn't it be, I don't know, the same thing as...
Yep.
Huh?
It is.
So that'll be ball 4. Thomas will reach on the base on balls. I thought it was like a balk, when they call a balk and they deliver the pitch anyway. That's a dead pitch, and they do it again. But that was just my understanding. I don't know.
Never actually seen it before.
Yeah, me neither. But runners at first and second for the Bronx. Nobody out, and now time called.
The Aggies bullpen's about to get busy. They've got a couple of folks running down there as fast as they can.
The assistant coach Mike Evans heads out to the mound, wants to try to calm Bradley down a bit here. Gave up a couple of doubles. Almost hit Thomas and then ended up walking him.
This is stall ball. And I'm sure they're discussing how to pitch the next batter. But
of course, it also gives the assistant coach Mike Evans a chance to talk with home plate umpire Armendariz, maybe about that situation on the last pitch. But everybody will get back into their positions here as Shane Ammon digs in. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Lefty versus lefty. The pitch to Ammon. Shows bunt. Drops it down on the left side. Humphreys has it, but he will not have a play. And the bases will be loaded. Great play right there by Shane Ammon. He did not... Well, he waited to the last possible second to show bunt, and he pushed it down the third base line, and now bases loaded for Evan Mason. Mason digs in, bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch to Mason. Swung on and fouled over here to the left.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Mason looking for his first hit against the lefty this year. Big time to get it.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. He couldn't hold up on the breaking ball. Count quickly 0-2. Mason, I believe, should take a page out of Brian Ramirez and Victor Garcia's playbook and sit on that breaking ball. The 0-2. There's a breaking ball called strike 3 on the outside corner. Mason gone looking. Big out for Bradley. And now back to the top of the order with Jesus Garcia.
Well, now a double play can get you out of it for New Mexico State. But a base hit still means 2. Extra base hit could mean 3.
Garcia tonight is 0-for-1 with a walk. Bradley steps off. Didn't like what he was getting from Neuer, so he will want some new signs. Here comes the pitch. Swinging a little dribbler over to the right side and out of play. Now time will be called as Garcia talks it over with Coach Matrana up that third base line. That'll allow Neuer and Bradley to talk it over as well. Now everybody gets back into position as Garcia heads back to the plate. It's an 0-1 count. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bronx lead 1-0. Bradley out of the stretch, looks in. Time called by Garcia. Bradley playing a little bit of a cat and mouse game here. The 0-1. Breaking ball just a bit under the knees. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball out towards center field. Young going back, should be deep enough to get the runner in from third, and it is. As Victor Garcia Jr. comes in to score. The Bronx now lead 2-0. And the RBI sacrifice fly by Jesus Garcia. That'll bring Alex Howe to the plate. Howe awaits the pitch.
This inning has been going on for so long that Sam Street is throwing warm-up tosses with Blake Thomas down the left field line just to stay loose.
A pitch to Howe, tied on the knees. 1-0.
It's the only downside of a good offensive inning.
The 1-0 delivery. Throw down to seconds. That one is called a strike, and that is in time. And they get Blake Thomas out at the bag. It's a good throw from Neuer, and that'll do it for the Bronx here in the bottom of the 4th. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. After 4 innings of play, the Bronx lead 2-0. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We go to the top of the 5th. And with the play-by-play, here's Jonah.
Well, thank you, Danny. It's 7-8-9 in the New Mexico State order against right-hander Sam Street, who's coming off of one of his busiest innings of the season, really. Street deals a fastball, strike of the knees to Jory Goldstrom. Goldstrom 0 for 1. He grounded back to Street in the third. Street worked out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam without allowing anything across in the fourth. Pitch is lined to right field. Back into his right moves Howe to make the catch. One away. Then we have Kyle Young, who lined out to left field in the third. And it wasn't like the Aggies were hitting line drives. I mean, infield single, a bunt single, and a hit batsman. Well, then a pop out, a strikeout, and a line out, and Street escaped unscathed. In doing so, he threw a ton of pitches. Pitch a strike, 17 in all, which isn't a ton in an inning for most pitchers, but a little unusual. Actually, check that. He threw 27 in that pit in it, so that's a bit extreme for anybody. Pitch a strike, 0-2. Now, as usual, most of them were strikes, 17 of them. But it upped his pitch count a lot faster than normal. Pitch fouled off to the left. Pitch count, not often an issue for Street. I mean, Coach Matrona talks about all the time how little he believes in pitch count, how it's really about, you know, the situations and if a guy is tired or not and if he's still throwing well or not. Pitch is hit on the ground, left side. Garcia fields and he fires on the run for the out. 2 away. I mean, just case in point, Street he's basically on a 135 pitch count whenever he's out there, and he can extend that. He went 145 at Oklahoma State.
Number 24, catcher Taylor Neuer.
Here's Taylor Neuer, grounded out to short in the third. Whatever it takes to win. He's that good. You don't want to take him out. And quite frankly, he can do it because he's used to doing it, because they've conditioned him to do it. If you're conditioned to throw 135, 145 pitches in a game, well, then you can do it every time out. Pitch low to Taylor Neuer. If you're not, well, then, yeah, then you have a chance for getting hurt. But if you are, then it's just like the guys who are conditioned to only throw 100 and then suddenly be tired. Pitch fouled off to the right, 1-1. It's whatever you're used to. Now, of course, that fourth inning, Street was pitching under duress, and he was pitching from the stretch, so if there was an inning that might drain him a little, that would have been the one. But a quick inning here, his pitch is chopped to third, Morales fields and fires to first for the out, and now Street is right back on track. 6 in a row, retired his fourth 1-2-3 inning of the night. 4.5 in the books, we're halfway through it, Bronx lead 2-0. This is Bronx Baseball.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hit. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics. Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Alongside Danny Elizondo, I'm Jonah Goldberg. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 2-0 Bronx. 2-3-4 in the Bronx order against left-hander Christopher Bradley. 71 pitches, 39 strikes through 4. And the curveball gets him, grazed him on the front shoulder, and Howe's aboard. Bronx are getting a lot of free base runners. That's the second hit batsman. There have also been 4 walks compared to 3 hits. Here's Alberto Morales, 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Throw to first. And back in standing up is Howe. Bradley deals high and outside. Pitch, strike at the knees, fastball, 1-1. Howe's got good wheels. He's 8 for 12 on the base paths this season. One. Misses in the dirt, 2-1. And I'd like to give a shout out to a former catcher of the UTPA Bronx who's tuning into this game on 956sports.com. The one and only Chris Torres, ladies and gentlemen, who recently graduated. He played for the Bronx the last 2 years. Good hitter, good catcher. Pitch misses low and inside, 3-1. All-around good guy, too. More important. 3-1. Fastball chopped down third baseline. That is a foul ball.
That was pretty close.
That's as close as it gets. Torres catches almost every game on UTPABronx.com. 956sports.com. Always glad to have him tuning in. My favorite memory of Torres was the Bronx win over Texas A&M, 8th ranked Texas A&M, at 8th ranked Texas A&M, a little over 2 years ago now, 2 years and a week. Hit 3 RBI. I think he was batting 5th that day. I think he drove in the Bronx last 3 runs, too. This pitch is smoked in the air, left field. Paulson back. It's over his head and one up to the wall. Rounding second head for third is Howe. The throw coming in. It's a stand-up double for Alberto Morales. And the Bronx are set up with ducks on the pond and nobody out.
Now back to your ball, the designated hitter, number 7, Dylan Engelhardt.
Well, Dylan Engelhardt a chance to double the Bronx score. He's walked and flied out today. A lefty masher. Before he gets a chance to hit, Mike Evans is going to make a visit out to the mound. There is somebody standing in the New Mexico State bullpen down the right field line. It's a right-hander, and it appears to be Riley Barr. Tyler Enfield comes around, now home plate umpire Ramon Armendariz is going to head out to break it up. In the meantime, as you see on your screen, Bronx getting a little instruction from Coach Mantrana. Well, now everybody's ready to go, so Engelhardt will get a chance to dig in. And the left-hander deals upstairs. Base hit means 2. Infield in for New Mexico State. They'll try and cut off a run on a ground ball with nobody out. Already down to perhaps the best pitcher in the conference. Pitch in the dirt, 2-0. He was the preseason pitcher of the year according to College Sports Madness. And has retired all but 3 batters tonight. Those 3 batters reached on 2 balls that didn't leave the infield and a hit by pitch. 1-0. Misses low. 2-0. Check that. 3-0, isn't it? Yep. Bradley deals. Big rip and a miss. Engelhardt was swinging foul furies.
He had the green light on that 3-0 count.
For those that don't know, Foul Furies is about an hour north of here. 3-1. Big ripping a foul tip into the mitt of Neuer. It's 3-2. I think he was aiming for San Antonio with that one. That's about 4 hours north. 3.5 if Danny's driving?
Yeah.
Bradley deals. Low and inside ball 4. They're loaded up. Hit batsman, a double and a walk. Base is chock full of Bronx with nobody out. And Christopher Bradley's night is done. Rocky Ward is out to make a pitching change. We'll tell you all about it when we come back. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. This is Bronx Baseball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Alongside Danny Elizondo, my name is Jonah Goldberg. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. There is nobody out. Alex Howe was plunked. Alberto Morales doubled, and Dylan Engelard walked. So out goes Christopher Bradley. In comes Riley Barr, the right-hander. Try and work out of this jam. Barr 2-0 with a 3.93 ERA. This is his 10th appearance. 18 and a third innings, 23 hits. 5 more hits than innings pitched. Opponent's batting .338 against him. He struck out 10 while walking 6. Bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. A base hit means 2, an extra base hit means 3, a long ball means 4. Brian Ramirez digs in and he fouls the first batch back to the screen. Ramirez 1 for 2. He doubled and scored leading off the 4th. It's back-to-back doubles. Ramirez and Victor Garcia Jr. and then later on a sac fly by Jesus Garcia. That's how the Bronx got their runs. Sam Street on the other end has been all but perfect. He's had 4 1-2-3 innings. And he hasn't allowed a hit that left the infield yet. Breaking ball low. It's 1-1 on Ramirez. Breaking ball outside. Count 2-1 on Ramirez. Here's a 2-1. Rip and a miss. Low heater. 2-2. Runner at third is Howe. Runner at second is Morales. The runner at first is Engelard. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Bronx. Two. Breaking ball popped up. Right side of the infield. Goldstrom makes the catch. Infield fly in effect anyway. One away. There's Victor Garcia Jr. who's been on base both times. Plunked in the second. RBI double and a run scored in the 4th.
Now batting for the Bronx, number 17. First baseman Victor Garcia Jr.
Here's the pitch. Splits the plate. 0-1. Right-hander deals. Fastball. Popped up down the left field line. Foul. About 8 rows up. 4 little kids giving it, no, 4 kids giving it chase. Along the grassy knoll down the left field line. Become a souvenir. It's 0-2. Bronx trying to bust through. Base hit means a couple. They are playing Garcia to push. If he finds the right center gap, it'll mean 3. In the dirt, and I think it hit him. Yeah, got him in the foot. Well, that scores a run as Howe walks home from third. It's an RBI hit by pitch. And the Bronx now lead 3-0.
At the dish for your Bronx right now. Catcher number 11, Blake Thomas.
So Morales to third, Engelart to second. Garcia's on at first, and Blake Thomas is the batter. Strikeout and a walk today. The right-hander deals a fastball strike on the outside corner. Well, they play Thomas to go the other way as well. If he finds the left center gap, that could mean 3 runs. Barr deals low. 1-1. Third hit Bronc today. Broncs aren't complaining. Leads to runs. 2 of them are in this inning. One scored a run, the other drove in the run. Here's the 1-1. Fastball low. 2-1. Time call at the plate. Barr deals. Fastball hit in the air down the right field line. Going back Medina to make the catch. Tagging from third and hitting home Morales. The throw is knocked out of the glove of Neuer by Morales. 2-run score! Five to nothing Bronx.
The Bronx inning continues with left fielder number 23, Shane Hammond.
Well, the ball got away. And I don't know if... Wait a minute. Well, I don't know what Coach Mantrano was talking about with Armin Nares there. I mean, Morales knocked it out of the glove, yeah. So you probably give him an E2. Dropping the ball. And then the pickup throw by Barr, who was backing up the play, just wasn't in time as Engelhardt motored around the bases. Meantime, a mound visit from Rocky Ward. Bullpen up for New Mexico State. And Garcia ended up all the way at third, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Now a wild pitch. Could mean another run for the Bronx as well.
Thomas, I guess that would be a RBI single, and he moves to second on the throw? Or?
Actually, that was a sac fly.
Sac fly, wow. So long ago, right?
Yeah, a lot to process on that play.
Right, he hit it to right field. Now I remember. Baseball's a long game, especially when we're about to have our second pitching change of the inning. And we'll tell you all about it when we come back. This is Bronx Baseball.
The 2-2. Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. A base hit. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium with Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. We're still in the bottom of the fifth. Now there's 2 outs, but 3 in. The Bronx have a 5-0 lead. Riley Barr is out, and the third pitcher of the game and the inning for New Mexico State is right-hander Matt Moriarty. And he will deal with Shane Ammon, 1 for 2 with a bunt single. And Ammon gets plunked. Fourth hit batsman of the day by New Mexico State pitching, and the third one in this inning. And that puts runners in the corners. Victor Garcia Jr. is standing at third. Here's Evan Mason, who's 0 for 2. Moriarty comes set and deals. Fastball inside. Step to third, look to first, nothing doing. A lot of fans calling for the buck. You know, they actually changed the rule in the professional game this year. That is a buck in professional ball now.
Interesting.
Not in college ball. Pitch is lined into center field. That's a base hit. Coming home to score is Garcia. On to second moves Ammon. It's an RBI single for Evan Mason. And the Bronx now leads 6-0.
We're back at the top of the order, Bronx fans. At the dish, number 29, shortstop, Jesus Garcia.
Well, here's Jesus Garcia. He's the 9th batter of the inning for UTPA. 0 for 1, a walk and a sac fly to go with that. Runs the hands up and takes the strike.
And because of that hit by Mason, I believe the run that Engelhardt scored
is now earned.
Yep,
all 5 of Bradley's runs earned. We can close the book on him when we get a second. First, Moriarty stares in for the side. And the right-hander deals. Breaking ball outside. 1-1. Christopher Bradley, 4+ innings, 5 runs, all earned, 4 hits, 5 walks, 2 hit batsmen, 3 strikeouts after 84 pitches, 44 of which were strikes. In line for the loss with fall to 1-3. Moriarty deals. Fastball, strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Step off, a throw down to second, and diving back in headfirst safely is Ammon. One, two, runners going, and the curveball hits them. They're loaded again. That is the 4th hit batsman of the inning and the 5th of the day. That pushes Ammon to third, Mason to second. And here's Alex Howe, who led off the inning by, well, you already know, getting hit by a pitch. That makes the run scored by Victor Garcia Jr. earned. So Riley Barr's line is complete, 2/3 of an inning. 1 run, a hit batsman. Pitch, a strike. So that error, which Neuer dropped the ball, doesn't end up coming back to hurt New Mexico State at all. I mean, you don't know if the inning would have been different, of course, but on paper, it's immaterial. 0-1. Swing, and there's the line drive in the left center field gap. That's a base hit, and it rolls all the way to the wall. 2 runs are in. It's going to be 3 runs in as Garcia comes home standing up. It's a bases clearing double for Alex Howe. And the Bronx now lead 9-0.
Now at the plate for your Bronx. Number 13, third baseman, Alberto Morales.
That one just started to tail away from Young in center, and once it had that back end banana tail, it was going to go all the way to the wall, and it bases clearing double.
Alberto Morales is up. Chance to drive in another run for the Bronx. Pitch misses high. Morales 1-for-3, doubled and scored earlier this inning. We're getting into very important territory as the New Mexico State bullpen continues to be busy. And it looks like with a 1-0 count, Rocky Ward's going to make another call to the bullpen. He's got to, because if the Bronx score another run, then there'll suddenly be 6 outs from winning the ball game instead of 12. We'll step aside, tell you who's coming in when we come back. This is still a Bronx baseball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Back at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium, Kyle Sackerson is in, and Alberto Morales takes strike 1. The count is now 1-1. That is the first pitch thrown by Sackerson. It was in the middle of the at-bat pitching change as Matt Moriarty got pulled after throwing ball 1. Runner at second is Alex Howe after a base is clearing double. The Bronx have scored 7 times in this inning. A chance to make it 8 if Alberto Morales can come up with a single here. And he gets hit! Amazing! The Bronx have been hit now 6 times in this game, 5 times in this inning. And they're mostly breaking balls.
And these New Mexico State pitchers are not afraid to go in on a hitter. You can tell their philosophy right away. It's not just one pitcher that's getting all these hit by pitches, but it's everybody that's coming into this ballgame.
And look, if you want to be a good pitcher, you have to learn to pitch inside. You can't be afraid to come inside, but it's leading to a lot of base runners for the Bronx. Pitch a strike on Engelhardt. Engelhardt 2 walks and a fly out today. Base hit means a run. Big rip and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch. 12th batter of the inning. Oh, 2's outside. 1 and 2 from Kyle Sackerson. And the best part is the Bronx are running through that Aggies bullpen early in the first game of this huge 3-game WAC series. 1-2. Curveball drops in for strike 3 called. Engelhardt down looking. That ends the inning, but not before the damage is done. The Bronx get, you ready for this? 7 runs on 3 hits. 1 error, and they left 2. At the end of 5 innings of play, the Bronx lead 9-0. This is Bronx baseball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. Friday night fireworks at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Bronx 7 runs in the 5th. They lead 9-0, and Sam Street back on the mound. He deals strike 1 to Michael Medina. Medina 1 for 2, an infield single in the 4th. Pitch outside, 1-1. One of just 2 hits against Street today. Both came in the 4th back-to-back. The man on deck, Kent Blackstone, then followed with a bunt single. Breaking ball outside, 2-1. And when you break it down, I mean, the Medina hit was a bang-bang play at first base that could have been called either way. Blackstone, bunt single. I mean, it's just he perfectly placed it between the mound and first and got past the diving Victor Garcia. There's a strike, 2-2. And then Street plunked a batter, and that's it. Hasn't been anything since that. Pitch upstairs. So he retired 9 straight. Then he allowed 3 base runners. Then he retired 6 straight. And now here we are on the 6th. 3-2. Fastball popped him up to center. Garcia makes the catch. And there's one away. They'll bring up Kent Blackstone. 1 for 2. He had that bunt single in the 4th we just told you about. Pitch, fastball strike on the lower outside corner. Street deals, fastball inside, 1-1. The right-hander deals. Fastball, little cue shot out towards center. Mason to his right to make the catch. 2 away. 8 straight retired by Street.
Now batting for the Aggies. Number 17, third baseman, Derek Humphreys. Humphreys.
Straight deal, swinging. There's a fly ball out towards right field. Howe racing in, and he makes the catch. The final of the inning. Hey, tell me if this sounds familiar. 9 straight retired by Street. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, it's 9-2 Bronx. This is Bronx baseball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Back we are at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Alongside Danny Elizondo, I'm Jonah Goldberg. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 9-0 Bronx. Brian Ramirez leads it off. He's 1 for 3, a double and a run in the 4th. And he looks at strike 1 from Kyle Sackerson, who's the 4th pitcher of the day for New Mexico State. They needed 4 pitchers to get through the 5th. 7-run 5th for UTPA. And there's strike 2. Sackerson making his 6th appearance. He's gone 2 2/3, giving up 4 runs on 3 hits, 6 walks, while striking out 2. Oh, 2, swing, and there's a fly ball out to left. Paulson to his left to make the catch. And there's one away. Then we have Victor Garcia Jr. He's been plunked twice, and he's doubled, driven in a pair, and scored twice.
Number 17, first baseman, Victor Garcia Jr.
Here's the pitch, upstairs. Pitch fouled off to the left and out of play. 1-1. Low, 2-1 on Garcia. Pitch low, 3-1. Pitch fouled off to the left and out of play. Count 3-2.
Foul ball.
Aces clean one down. We're in the bottom of the 6th, 9-0 Bronx. Pitch fouled off to the left and out of play. We'll do it again. Boy, if the Bronx could get another run, it'd be so big. Because then you're 3 outs away from winning. And I mean, if you could get Sam Street through a 7-inning complete game instead of making him throw the full 9, it would be almost like a week off for him. Breaking ball, low ball 4, he walked him. I mean, for a guy who routinely throws 130 to 140 pitches in a start, I mean, it'd be almost like a side session for him.
Yeah, basically.
If he could get out with throwing just about 100. And that would certainly keep him fresher going forward. As Sackerson deals low. Blake Thomas, the batter, he's 0 for 1 with a walk and a sac fly. Pitch is tapped up the middle. Blackstone feeds second for 1 on to first, the double play. 6-4-3 DP, and that's your inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left at the end of 6 innings of play, 9-0 Bronx. This is Bronx Baseball.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Back we are at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. To the top of the 7th we go. Bronx up 9-0, and with the play-by-play, here's Danny.
Thank you, Jonah. Christopher Corper will lead things off against Sam Street here in the top of the 7th. That one from Street misses just a bit outside. 1-0. Street kicks and delivers. Swinging a chopper over to the right side and through into right field for a base hit.
So retires 9, gives up a hit. Retires 9 more, gives up a hit. Well, he can't retire 9 more after this unless the game goes to extras. And if it goes to extras, New Mexico State would have to score at least 9 runs. And if they do that, he won't be in to retire 9 more. So, but if he can retire, actually, yes, he can retire 9 more. Never mind, it's the 7th. There are 9 outs left. That would be pretty cool.
Now the pitch to Kyle Kilgore is swung on and missed. 0-1. Kilgore 0 for 2 with a ground out to the mound and a strikeout. Bronx lead 9-0 here in the top of the 7th. The 0-1. Swing and a miss right through the fastball. Quickly 0-2. The 0-2. Just a bit under the knees. That looked pretty good from up here. So count goes to a 1-2 strikes. Bronx have 9 runs on 6 hits. They've taken advantage of the walks and the hit by pitches here tonight. The 1-2. Blooper coming our way. Actually,
it's coming Matt's way.
Matt's way upstairs. I thought that might have snuck in. And then it just bounced back into the seats. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Kilgore is down on strikes. 1 away. 4th strikeout of the night for Street.
Well, the first one since he got Kilgore in the 4th.
So with 1 down, that'll bring Michael Paulson to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Couple of flyouts to center. The pitch. Change up right on the inside edge. The Aggies tonight, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Fastball goes all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch allows Corper to go to second. That one just looked like it just slipped out of the hands of Sam Street.
You know, that's his first wild pitch of the season.
I was going to say, it doesn't happen too often with him. Street out of the stretch, looks in. Here's the 1-1. Fastball just a bit outside. 2-1 the count. Street looking in for the sign. Finally gets one that he likes. Here comes a 2-1. Change up right on the inside edge. Count evens up now at 2 strikes. One out here in the top of the 7th. Bronx lead 9-0. The 2-2. Swinging liner over to the left side and into left field for a base hit. Ammon grabs on a hop and he fires it back in. And that'll put runners on the corners now for Jory Goldstrom.
Number 5. Second baseman Jory Goldstrom.
So time called.
Street in his first jam since the 4th. Then he had the bases loaded, nobody out, didn't allow a run. He had a pop out in the infield, a strikeout, and a line out.
So Goldstrom digs in, runners on the corners. A ground ball could get Street out of this inning. The pitch, swinging a liner out towards left center field. That will fall in for a base hit. Corporal will come in and scores. The throw goes over to third. And the Aggies are on the board here in the top of the 7th, and it's now 9-1 Bronx.
You know the funny thing is? Street's ERA is going to go up now. So he entered at 0.84. So if you allow a run, your ERA goes up.
Pinch hitting. Number 33, Joseph Corper.
Joseph Corper pinch hitting for Kyle Young.
And the first pitch to Corper misses, low and outside. 1-0. So now time called. Looks like there's going to be a pinch runner at first.
Number 12, Kyle Graff. Graff.
Street looks in. Runners at first and second, one out. Here's the pitch. Fastball stays outside. 2-0. The Aggies trying to put together something here in the top of the seventh. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses low and away. 3-0 the count.
It's unusual to see Street throw 3 straight out of the zone.
A lot of runs scored in that 5th inning. Had a quick 6th inning. Maybe the arm hasn't been able to stay warm that long. And now the 3-0. There's a fastball right down the heart of the plate.
It's only
the count 3-1.
It's only downside of getting a lot of runs, but you know, in a way it's a good thing for Street because he gets experience pitching in all the different situations. Whether it's he had the 1-0 game where he's just get the ball and go, get the ball and go. Now he's got the 9-1 game where it's start, stop, eventually start.
The 3-1 misses outside, ball 4. So now the bases will be loaded for another pinch hitter. Number 14, Julian Heredia.
Now hitting for the Aggies, number 14. Julian Heredia.
Time called as
Heredia.
there is a mound visit.
D. Wilson Construction, Day Hill, Doctors Hospital, Renaissance Indies and Suites, and
There's Brad Hennessy going out there.
UTPA Intercollegiate Athletics, as well as Unit, Lotto and Company, HEB, KRGB Channel 5, Lakuta Inn, Motel 6 and 4, and Relax Furniture. Again, all official sponsors of UTPA Intercollegiate Athletics.
Now everybody gets back into position. Heredia digs in. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bronx lead 9-1. Here's the pitch, a swing and a little blooper over to the right side. Ramirez will make the catch.
So that's the second straight time that Street just had the bases loaded and the very next batter has popped out in the infield.
So now, back to the top of the order with Michael Medina, who's 1-for-3 with a single and came back in the 4th.
Now batting for the Aggies, number 10, Lucas Martinez.
Looks like there's going to be another pinch hitter here.
It's Lucas Martinez, number 10.
Actually, no,
It's not?
It's 18 at the plate.
Oh, that's 18. It's
Michael Medina, yeah.
Okay.
It looked like a 0.
Well, it's getting dark.
So 1-0 pitch is inside, tied on the letters, 2-0 the count. We are on the top of the 7th. 2 outs now, bases remain loaded. Comes the pitch from Street. Off speed, catches the outside corner, makes the count 2-1.
Bronx bullpen's up for the first time. Matt Harrell getting loose.
The 2-1, liner over to the right side. That one is going to be in there. 1 run will score. Here comes number 2, Impulsive now. Corper will come around and score. That'll be a bases clearing triple for Medina. And the Aggies have cut into the Bronx lead. It's now 9-4. For Kent Blackstone.
Most run streets allowed in a start all year. I did give up 4 against Arlington Baptist, but only one of them was earned. So it's the most earned runs he's allowed all year.
So now they're going to intentionally walk Blackstone to get to Humphreys. The question is, how much longer do you keep going with Street here? And then, or before turning the ball over to the bullpen, which we know, as that one goes wide, they're going to...
No, they're
not intentionally
they're not walking.
Oh, okay. 1-1, fouled over the right side. Looked like...
I mean, the first one
Thomas was showing him the sign. I don't know why he was going to walk him, but...
Yeah, I mean, the first one did miss a bit outside, but he's thrown 2 strikes since.
There's a foul back into the screen. Runner at third, 2 outs. Now the 1-2 from Street. Just a bit outside. Count evens at 2-2. Two. Hit it high in the air over to the right side, out of play.
And that's another GNS last foul ball.
2-2 pitch. Fouled over here to our left.
Right over the top of the visiting radio booth.
And that's a 3-time hit in GNS last foul ball.
9-4 the score here in the top of the 7th. The 2-2. Curveball just a bit outside. Good looking pitch right there from Street. Now the payoff pitch. Swinging a liner out towards right center field. Mason coming on, and Mason will be there. And that'll do it for the Aggies here in the top of the 7th, but not before they get 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. In the middle of the 7th, it's stretch time. Bronx lead 9-4. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Danny Elizondo with you here alongside Jonah Goldberg. The first pitch to Shane Ammon. He is swung on and missed. Strike 1. The 0-1 line out towards left field. That is going to be a foul ball. quickly 0-2.
Graf is still in the game at second base. This is a little inside radio thing. We're working on the scoring. There were a million substitutions, so we're trying to make sure we have them all right. So
as that one is chopped to second base. Ammon is out on the 4-3 put out.
Yep. Okay, so, oh my goodness. You got to figure out where 33 came into the game in left field.
He was the pinch hitter.
Oh, right. Okay, now we've got it.
For Young.
Okay. So everything's fine then.
As Evan Mason steps in.
Medina in the one hole.
Chopper over to the right side. Flips it over to Sackerson. 3-1 put out, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
So the new lineup is Medina in the one hole at center. Chad Ramsey's now in batting second at shortstop. Derek Humphreys remains at third, batting third, we hope. Christopher Corper still at first base, batting fourth. We assume Kyle Kilgore is the DH, batting fifth. Michael Paulson moves to right field. He's still batting sixth. Then Kyle Graff stays in at second, batting seventh. Joseph Corper stays in left field, batting eighth. And Julian Heredia stays at catcher, batting ninth. We got it, we think.
So Jesus Garcia looks at a ball on his first pitch of the at-bat as that one misses outside. 2-0 on Garcia now. The 2-0 delivery stays away. 3 balls, no strikes. Garcia on the night. Walk, fly out to center, sacrifice fly, hit by pitch and a run scored. It's a 3-0. It's taken for a strike right over the heart of the plate. Count goes to 3-1. Fastball catches the outside corner. Now the count goes full. Payoff pitch, breaking ball, misses low and outside, ball 4. Garcia reaches on the 2-out walk. So that'll bring Alex Howe to the plate.
Now back to your Bronx. Number 14, right fielder, Alex Howe.
Howe doubled back in the 5th inning. 3-run double. So he awaits the first pitch from Sackerson. Time was called before the pitch was delivered. Garcia on at first with that 2-out walk.
Balk.
Now they're going to call a balk on Sackerson, and Garcia will move up to second. Nine to 4 the score here in the bottom of the 7th. Now the pitch. Going outside to Howe. Ball 1. Sackerson out of the stretch, looks in. A 1-0 delivery, breaking ball, low and inside. 2-0 the count. Alberto Morales on deck over to the left side. The 2-0.
That was a 2-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know that.
Did we miss a pitch? Nope,
No,
we
no,
did
hold
not
on.
miss a pitch.
Your third baseman, 13, Alberto Morales.
Now that first pitch, it was time was given, so the pitch never occurred.
Stand by on that one.
So the count is 3-0 here on Alex Howe. A 3-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. Count goes to 3-1. Sus Garcia at second base with the 2-out walk. Then moved over on the balk. 3-1. Just a bit under the knees, ball 4. And Howe is aboard with that walk, and that'll bring Alberto Morales to the plate. 1-4-3 with a double, a run scored, and a hit by pitch. They pitch to Morales. Fastball right on the knees. Sackerson checks his runners. Comes the 0-1. Chopper back out towards shortstop. Grabbed by the shortstop Ramsey. Flips over to second. Gets the force out on Howe, and that'll do it for the Bronx. Here in the bottom of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on. At the end of 7, the Bronx lead 9-4. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Go to the top of the 8th. And with a...
That's still you.
The pitch to...
I mean, I'll take it if you don't want it.
Is swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. I'm Danny Elizondo alongside Jonah Goldberg. Bronx leading 9-4 here in the top of the 8th. There's a fly ball out towards center field. Mason calling everybody off. And he makes the catch.
Now batting for the Aggies, number 34, first baseman Christopher Corker.
So that'll bring Christopher Corper to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Sam Street's out on the mound. He brings a pitch, hit high in the air out towards the left side. And that is going to slice foul. It had the distance. But it needed to stay on the right side of that foul pole. Looking for Sam Street, it was just a long strike 1. As the fastball to Corper stays high. 1-1 the count. There's another foul ball over here to our left. The GNS glass foul ball. Count is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch just a bit inside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, swinging a little pop up over here to our left again, off of the suites and out towards the seats.
And that was a close one to the box. GNS glass foul ball.
Here comes a 2-2. Breaking ball low and outside. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch. Misses way inside, ball 4.
Now batting for the Aggies, number 20, designated hitter, Kyle Kilgore.
Kyle Kilgore now steps in. He's 0 for 3. Ground out on a couple of strikeouts. Fastball from Street, misses low and outside. The 1-0, swung on and missed. Count evens at a ball and a strike here. Bronx leading 9-4 here in the top of the 8th. The 1-1, swinging a fly ball out towards center field, but the shortstop Garcia will go out and make the catch. Two down now. For Michael Paulson. Paulson moved over to right in the last inning. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. There's a high pop-up over here to the left. Another GNS glass foul ball.
That's a high bouncing GNS glass foul ball.
Count is 0-1. Runner at first, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. The 0-1. Misses outside. Looked like the changeup from Street. Count evens at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Chopper over to the right side. Grabbed by Ramirez. Nobody there to take the throws. Now the throw goes over to Sam Street, but not in time. And that's got to be an infield single.
Now batting for the Aggies, number 12, Kyle Rath.
So now runners at first and second. Looks like there's going to be another pinch hitter here for the Aggies.
Because our scorebooks aren't messed up enough.
Oh, yeah. Looks like number 8, Ryan Wagner.
Pinch hitting for Rath. Number 8, Ryan Wagner.
Wagner talking it over with Nate Shaver, the third base coach for the Aggies. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Bronx on top 9-4. The bullpen is working right now. Sam Street had 131 pitches, 85 of those pitches for strikes. The pitch to Wagner, the curveball in there for strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Curveball right on the outside edge again. Quickly 0-2. 2 on, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Street looks in. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Wagner goes down fishing. And that'll do it for the Aggies in the top of the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on. In the middle of the 8th, Bronx lead 9-4. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Danny Elizondo alongside Jonah Goldberg. Dylan Engelhardt leading things off. He looks at a striker on the outside corner from Kyle Sackerson. We got a new second baseman in Matt Evans.
Means the Aggies have now used 19 players today.
Sackerson out of the windup. Will step off as time was called at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Fastball just a bit under the knees. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Engelhardt. That's a couple of walks and a run scored. There's a pop up over to the right side and out of play. Count goes to 1-2.
And that's a DNS. Glass foul ball.
The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Dropped by the catcher Heredia. And that goes on to first for the strikeout. So that'll bring Brian Ramirez to the plate.
Now batting for your Bronx, number 1, second baseman, Brian Ramirez.
Ramirez 1 for 3 with a double and a run scores. The first pitch to him is outside. 1-0. A 1-0 delivery. Is in there for a striker on the inside corner. Sackerson brings a pitch, chopped over to the right side. Evans grabs, fires at second, and gets Ramirez by a half a step. So 2 outs now for Victor Garcia Jr., who was hit by a pitch in the second, had an RBI double in the fourth, and was hit by a pitch again in the fifth, and walked in the sixth. He's also scored a couple of runs. First pitch to him is high and outside. 1-0. 9-4 is your score in favor of the Bronx. Scored all of their runs in the 4th and 5th innings. So fastball to Garcia stays away. 2-0 the count. And 2-0. Just a bit tied again. 3-0 the count. Blake Thomas on deck over to the left side. Three-0 delivery taken by Garcia in there for a strike. The count is 3-1. Three-one pitch. Goes all the way to the backstop. Garcia thought about going for two, but wisely stays put at first. Be a 2-out walk to Garcia. That'll bring Blake Thomas to the plate. He's walked and driven in a run today. He pitched to Thomas. Fastball right on the knees. The 0-1. Goes all the way to the backstop again. It'll be a wild pitch. Garcia now at second base. Well, base hit could mean another run for the Bronx as they lead 9-4. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Well, 1-1. Fastball right on the outside corner. Count goes to 1-2. There's a swing and a miss. The ball is dropped, and now they're going to flip it over to first to complete the strikeout, and that will do it for the Bronx here in the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on. After 8 innings of play, the Bronx lead 9-4. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We go to the top of the 9th, and with the play-by-play, here's Jonah.
Thank you, Danny. Bronx are 3 outs away from taking their first ever WAC contest, doing it against a team that was picked to finish second in the WAC. Sam Street deals strike one to Joseph Corper, who walked and scored as a pinch hitter in the 7th. Bronx have the bullpen up just in case, leading by 5. The slider misses low. It's 1-1. 136 pitches, 89 strikes for Street today, which is, standard for him. He's Pitch is popped foul, right side and out of play. It's off of the top of our concession stand. Count 1-2.
Foul ball.
Pitch outside, 2-2. Street deals, fouled off and out of play. Pitch is on the ground to first, blocked by Garcia, who picks it up and takes it to the bag himself. One away. That was number 140 for Street. Here's Julian Heredia. 0 for 1. He popped out as a pinch hitter in the 7th. Pitch a strike. Pitch chopped to second. Ramirez throws to first for the out. 2 away. Actually, is that Avila?
Nope.
You're right. That is still Ramirez. For a second, I thought I saw a different number on the back of the uniform, but it's white on white, so
yeah.
You know.
Now batting for the Aggies, number 18, Michael Medina.
Michael Medina digs in, and he takes strike 1. Medina is 2 for 4. Single, a triple, and 3 RBI. The single was of the infield variety. Aggies didn't have a hard hit ball until the 7th. One, fouled off the screen. 1-2, and the Bronx are strike away. Sam Street looking for his 4th complete game in 6 starts, trying to get off to a 6-0 start. 0-2 slider misses inside, 2-2, and also looking to get the Bronx win in the WAC opener. 2-2, hit him. So Medina, 2-out base runner. Second hit batsman by Street, compared to 7 today by Aggies pitching. Here is Chad Ramsey, who is 1 for 4, a bunt single in the 4th. Fastball, strike on the outside corner. 148 pitches for Street, 97 of them strikes. And pitch is lined to the left center field gap. That's a base hit. It splits the outfielders. Racing to cut it off, Ammon, who turns and fields and fires in. Holding at third base is Medina. On the double by Chad Ramsey. And actually, it was Ramsey's first at bat. He came on for defense in the bottom of the 7th. Well, here's Derek Humphreys. 0 for 3. He's been hit by a pitch. That was in the 4th. Oh, like we said, the bullpen's up. Street at 149 pitches may be starting to tire. But as the coaching staff has told us time and time again, Street at less than 100% is often better than anything else you've got. Pitch misses outside, 1-0, and that's not an indictment on the rest of the Bronx pitching staff as much as it is a compliment on Street. I mean, they used to say the same thing about guys like Greg Maddox. Pitch is lined to third, caught by Alberto Morales, and this game is over. This one belongs to the Bronx. Was that a 149 pitch masterpiece for Street? It's a 9-4 victory for the UTPA Bronx over the New Mexico State University Aggies. So Sam Street is now 6-0, his 4th complete game of the season. He went 9 innings, 4 runs on 8 hits. He walked 2, plunked 2, and struck out 5. The loss goes to Christopher Bradley, 1 and 3, 4+ innings, 5 runs, 4 hits, 5 walks, 2 hit batsmen, 3 strikeouts. Recapping the scoring for you, it all started in the 4th. Bronx got their first hit of the game when Brian Ramirez led off with a double. And then Victor Garcia Jr. followed with an RBI double. 3 batters later, Jesus Garcia hit a sac fly. And that made it 2-0 Bronx. In the 5th, Bronx got plunked a lot, and they ended up scoring 7 runs because of it. Alex Howe was plunked to start the inning. Morales doubled. Engelhardt walked. Bradley out. Barr in. After a pop out and a hit batsman forced in a run, Blake Thomas had a sac fly. The throw was knocked out of the glove of Heredia by Morales, which allowed a 2nd run to come in. So Barr out, Moriarty in, hit batsman, RBI single, hit batsman, 3-run double Alex Howe. And the Bronx went up 9-0, 4 runs in the 7th for New Mexico State. After Street had retired 9 straight and 18 of the first 21, Corper singled, and after a strikeout, Paulson singled. Goldstrom hit an RBI single. Corper walked, and then 1 batter later, Michael Medina, 3-run triple, 9-4 Bronx, and that was your final score. The Aggies, with 4 runs on an indeterminable amount of hits. I'm kidding, 8 hits. 1 error. And they left 8. The Bronx, 9 runs, 6 hits. No errors. And they left 10. Time of the game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. It's seen in front of a crowd of 537. And Danny, your player of the game.
Well, let's see. How about Alex Howe tonight? Howe came up big with that 3-run double in the 5th. At the time, it looked like he was going to put the game away, but, you know, the Aggies made a little bit of a comeback in the 7th and made it a little bit closer than what it should have been. But Howe delivered the big hit to put some cushion in the lead.
All right. Bronx and Aggies will do it again tomorrow. 6 p.m. start, 5:50 your pregame. Catch all the action right here on 956sports.com. Bronx going with left-hander Alex Henson. New Mexico State will counter with right-hander Billy Conrad. Again, 6 o'clock, 5:50 pregame. If you're in the Valley, we'll see you here at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Gates open at 5. Otherwise, we'll see you here at 956sports.com at 5:50. That'll do it for us from Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in. This has been a presentation of Bronx Baseball. For more information, you can log on to utpabronx.com. Ever want to reach us, send an email. Contact info is on the website under Inside Athletics. Click on Staff Directory. But for now, for Matt Maciel running the camera today, my partner in crime, the one and only Danny Elizondo, and of course Jack Fallon, wherever you are, this is Jonah Goldberg saying goodnight from Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Bronx win the WAC opener, 9-4.